It was a megaton blast. Hey everyone, it's Kevin from Real Boring Flips, and it was an absolute megaton blast explosion of thrifting this last couple of weeks, and we're going to get right into that. We got a ton of great stuff at thrift stores in the last few weeks, including a bunch of great items on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. A really great find, so let's get into these. First up is another Samsung One Connect TV breakout box. I get these so cheap and they sell so quickly for great money. This one I paid $13 for, and I should have no problem getting these comps, as every time I've had one I've gotten at least this much for a Samsung One breakout box. The next item was a Elder Scrolls Colossus figure. Wasn't familiar, but it looked cool enough to check out. I did pay $20 for it. It doesn't have any parts, but I should do pretty well. The lower comp there is just the figure with nothing included. So I got another gaming mouse. This one's Logitech. I usually do well with the Razer gaming mice. These ones aren't as good, but still, I always check for quality gaming mice when I can find them. And I'll do well with my $7 investment. This is a Deity mini shotgun mic. So this would work on your phone, on your digital camera. I may actually keep this and use it on my phone, but for $8, this was a good investment. It's nice condition. I always look for small, well-made, brand-name electronics. So this was an interesting find in a new cart that came out. I saw a bag of trains, and normally I pass this by, but when I picked this up, I noticed it said Danbury Mint on the bottom. And the comps are a little hard to find, but they're out there. I don't have the complete train, but for $6, I think I'll be able to sell this at a good profit. I love getting Logitech Harmony remotes, especially when they're new in the package. And I also look for these healing type card sets. Sometimes they're tarot cards, sometimes they're other topics, but these Logitech remotes sell great, especially new, and this one's new in the package. And these little healing decks, I only paid $3 for this one, and they sell quickly and don't usually have to wait too long. I don't normally buy these speakers anymore. These are Bose double or dual cube speakers, but these were silver and they all had wall mounts. So I did pick these up for $10 a piece, and I think the silver might be more desirable. I've never seen them before, so I should do well on these. This next item is a lesson in opening boxes that you see on the shelves of your thrift stores. This was just a random looking white box with other stuff piled on top of it, and when I opened it up, it had appeared to be new in the box, Guitar Hero guitar with games, but it turns out it's a production sample. So this must be from Red Octane to Microsoft, apparently. I'm still trying to figure out a little bit more on this, but in retail packaging, this $15 investment would be a great flip. I got this recently, only paid $8 for it. It's really nice condition. The pen works, and this is kind of like a leap pad pen where you touch the pages and it starts speaking. There's several solds out there for just the pieces and parts. So for $8, this will be a great flip. I love things like this that are new in the package. A Duck Hunter game that The comps are great. The items sell. The sell-through rate's great. So my $10 investment should bring me multiples back. I love stuff like this. I always look for unique in-the-package items. And it doesn't get any better to see a new in-the-package vintage Lisa Frank stationery set. Now I picked this up thinking it was something brand new, but when I flipped it around, as you'll see, there's no websites on the back. There's a P.O. box where you can mail in to join the club. So you know it's vintage. I'm still trying to sort out comps. This comp is not the same set, and it's newer, from the 2000s. This other sale item is a very similar set, and so I think I'm probably going to price mine somewhere around $200 and see how it goes. Not bad for a $8 investment. And another $8 investment. I love these Risk special version Risk games. I'd recently sold another Halo Risk, a different one. This one, $8, will be a great flip, and it is complete. I love these games when you have to count all these tiny little pieces, but it's worth it. Another game you count are all the pieces for Monopoly Hobbit. Another $8 investment. Really nice condition. Includes My Little Precious. That seems to be the thing that is always missing in these games, but here it is. And $8 will be a good flip. So one of our Black Friday pickups was this Lord of the Rings game. Nice condition. The box has a little bit of wear to it, but it was half price, so I paid under $5 for it. And it's kind of a neat game. The only comps I could find were for brand new versions, but mine is in really good condition inside the box. A little bit of wear on the outside, so it should do well. I also picked up this, I've never heard of this Wise and Otherwise game, but it's a really nice condition, also less than $5 on Black Friday. So I'm going to see how this goes. The comps weren't bad. I've really been enjoying going through board games, vintage board games, well-made board games. So we'll see how that one does. So this item is kind of interesting. It was just a bag of cordless phone pieces that I got on Black Friday for $5. And as you can see, it does work. These are unique because they have this doorbell feature, video doorbell feature. I should do well on those. It's always fun to find Starbucks mugs that are $1, not $5, not $12, not $15. We actually bought two. We're keeping the other one, but this is a nice one for $1 and will do well. This was part of our trip to Moses Lake, stopping in Ellensburg at the Goodwill there. It's a nice Goodwill. I do always sort through bats. I look for the -3 ounce drop, which is high school age. This is a nice bat. I paid $15 for this one, but still, it's a nice bat. Comps are a little out there, a little bit of a wide range to them, but I'll price mine somewhere in between there. And mine is a bigger one. Speaking of bigger, this is a big model. This is a 1/72 scale B52. All the parts are there. I paid $20 for it, but every piece is there. The only thing is there's a couple of the tiny bombs that were put together already. So I'm going to price mine right about here. Everything is accounted for. Most of the pieces are still attached. Good find, though. Another good find was this Avalon Hill game. I love looking for Avalon Hill, and this is a newer version of a game they've made for a long time, but it's sealed in the package. I only paid $8 for it at the big Seattle Goodwill. A really big store, fun to go in, and I'll do well. Now this Batman game tricked me. It's one of those 4D puzzles, and when I opened it, it looked brand new because everything was sealed, except when you got to the very bottom, the base puzzle had been opened. Everything else is still sealed, so I'm going to do my best to get something out of it. I only paid $10 for it. I love these muscle machine cars, and this is a 1/18 scale Nissan Skyline. It is missing the spoiler and the front hood piece, but for a $6 investment, I think I'm going to do okay on this. I think it's desirable enough. I also, the same day, added this Blue Origin Estes model rocket, new in the package. I paid $8 for it, so it's not a big winner, but I love getting stuff like that. The Estes model rockets, for the most part, I don't think bring a lot, but new in the package, I'll do it. I grabbed this whole bundle of games at a Value Village in Tukwila. They're pretty cheap. I was really hoping the Monopoly was going to do well. It's a Hard Rock Cafe. It just doesn't bring very much. Even mine isn't new, but I was really hoping that would bring much. I only paid a few dollars for each of these games, and the Rotten Apples is sealed, so I'll be able to get back most of what I spent, and then I'll have some pieces and parts of other games. Now, I don't normally look through movies for sale, but I got several horror 3D Blu-rays, and there was a stack of other horrors, and I sorted through them all, scanned them all, and this one surprised me. So for a $4 investment, this is actually a pretty nice flip. So I do pay attention to horror. So now we're into the retail arbitrage stage. While we were in Moses Lake waiting for the arrival of our granddaughter, she was born on the 13th, we did a little shopping at Ross, not Real Boring Flips, but at Ross and Marshall's. And my wife, she is got the eagle eye on stuff like this, so she found these great pair of Vans for $8.50, and we got a good size on those, and the flips are surprising. This is actually our size, so hoping to get somewhere around that amount for a brand new pair of low Vans. We also got 2 pairs of these UGG Brella boots, in good sizes, 6 and 7, I believe. We paid $30 each for each pair, but the comps are pretty good, so I'm hoping to get somewhere around this amount for the pink pair and also for the blue pair, similar price. So hoping for good turns on those. Always look for Uggs. I was actually interested in looking for some Crocs. We didn't get any Post Malone special editions, but we did find these Jujutsu Kaisen Crocs. I paid $30 for them, but they're size 12. And I think we'll do pretty good on those. I got a mountain of Monster High dolls and doll accessories. I am probably going to hold these for a while. I think the market is kind of saturated with some of these, so I paid somewhere between $9 and $20 each for the stuff I got, depending on what it was. And I did get multiples of some of the dolls, so I can do a quantity listing on some of these things. But I've never really been into Monster High doll reselling until recently. I've got several new in the package dolls at thrift stores, and then I got a bundle of Monster High dolls loose in a package that I just sold for really good money. So I kind of wish I'd gotten more of these. There were several more. I should have gotten those. The mystery packs, I think, in hindsight, would have been will be more desirable. But just a bunch of these. There were more. I didn't take them all, but I did get quite a few of these different dolls, and then some of these were $9, so I got a large quantity of the $9 ones. So I'll have a single listing for those. I'm going to hold those probably till next year. See how it goes next year. Put them in in a tote and wait until maybe getting geared up for Christmas time next year. So then we did a couple of different estate sales, now online estate sales mainly, just because of where we were. I was able to actually do these while I was in Moses Lake. But this first company, it was their first sale, and they had a buy it now on these 8 Culver mushroom glasses, and I paid $90 for these. If you don't know what Culver gold mushroom glasses are, you need to find out, because if you see these anywhere, you need to snap them up. I paid $90 for the set of 8, and I still think that was an awesome pickup. I've sold the taller glasses before. I don't think they bring quite as much as the shorter glasses, but really nice. And the company actually did give me a box with them all wrapped up, so it was nice to see that. Normally you got to deal with that when you go pick them up, but look at the crazy amounts here. $290 for a set of 8, $185 for a set of 4, and that's probably what I'll do. Because this estate sale company, they had a mix-up on the how they did their listings. I had some other items I bid on, and they just closed all those items and awarded me the items for my initial bid. So I got this Speak and Spell for $5. Really kind of a fun find. And got this. This was actually 2 lots of Wii games. The 3 Mario or Nintendo games, and then the 2 Guitar Hero games. I paid $5 each for those. Really great finds. I was kind of shocked that they to kind of fix the issue, which centered around me being able to pick the items up. They moved the pickup date by a week, and I was out of town the date they moved it to. So they were kind enough to just close the other items, award me the winning bid, and worked with me when I got back to pick those items up. So this was their first estate sale. I was their first customer, and they wanted to rectify that as quickly and easily as possible. So I'm looking forward to doing some more business with them in the future. One of the other items I got was this stack of Sports Illustrated old copies. I didn't really want these, but I only paid $5 for them, and there's about 30 issues, all from the 50s and 60s, and including not the first or second edition, but the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th copy. And I was not aware of how valuable some of these older Sports Illustrateds are. And so I'm going to lot these in 10s and sell them similar to this comp and hopefully do well. Here's another estate sale that I bought. I just bought this one item. It's the original Macintosh in the box, working with some accessories, a printer, external drive. I've got a bunch of the keyboard, mouse, all that stuff. I paid $160. They messed up something in the listing and gave me a $25 refund. So I'm about $135 in, and I'm hoping to get somewhere around this for this original Macintosh working 1984 edition. Now, I'd have to get some work done to it to get this kind of amount, but I'm considering it. I'm considering finding someone to do that. Now, a lesson for people that go to pick up items from online estate sales: always ask, is there a pickup pile? Is there other stuff for sale? Did someone not pay for something? You're going to be shocked when I tell you at the end here what I paid for these items. But in the garage was just a pile of stuff, and they said, yeah, anything in here. And there was a tote, a plastic tote. I saw that Bose speaker on top. Underneath that was this Bose system with the cube speakers. Next to the tote was the subwoofer for this system, and all the speaker cables, all the connection cables. I don't think there are remote controls in there, but I do have a remote, so I'm going to test it with that. But really great finds. I have a system very similar. This is the 38. I have the 28 system. So I'm familiar enough with those to be able to test them. But just crazy amount of stuff in their pickup pile. I don't know why they didn't list that stuff, but We'll find out, make sure it works. On top of that tote was a VCR and a turntable, so I just picked up the whole tote and put that in my stack. These aren't great money winners, but if you're getting stuff at such a discount, you might as well grab it. If it works, great. If not, you're not out a huge investment. But I'm always looking for stuff like this if I can get it super cheap. Next to that tote was this Sony. It turned out it was a computer monitor. At first I thought it was a flat screen Sony TV because I have one very similar looking. But no, this is an actual computer monitor, and it did have the cables, the power cable and the computer video cable with it. But even that, I mean, I can, assuming it works, and I'll test it. Some of those vintage things, people want the original vintage monitor. In addition, they had some books, and I'm always on the lookout for large dictionaries. This is from the 80s, so not an old one, but at super steep discount prices, these are always good pickups. And I only paid $5 for all of that extra picker pile stuff. So another estate sale, another online estate sale that I was able to buy from had a lot of stuff. This guy was a musician. I was able to get this synthesizer, Yamaha synthesizer, and this Ensoniq synthesizer. So the Ensoniq was in the box. The Yamaha was in a hard case. I was able to get both of those for $260 a piece. So I think I'll do okay with those. I do have some accessories with both of them. So looking forward to dealing with that. I got this huge stack of stuff in several different lots. I love this kind of stuff. Most people pass this stuff over, but as you can see, good values here. I paid $175 for this Akai sampler, and it's in working, all of this stuff is in working condition. I got the Ensoniq sampler for $100. I got the Yamaha sound processor for $90. So excellent flips here. This is just stuff that, it's a little harder to deal with. I paid $25 for this DBX equalizer. And then I paid $12 for this roll-in synthesizer module. And also I paid $12 for this piano module. So cheap stuff that, and I met the seller, really nice guy. Everything's in working condition. I got this Tascam board mixer, really nice condition. I paid $115. I was kind of surprised it went that low because this size is pretty desirable. So I should do well there. All of the comps are really, really good on this particular item. Another thing I look for are older computer storage drives. So people have these, they have the media, they need a drive. So this is an iOmega zip drive and an iOmega jazz drive, both SCSI operated, both with the original AC adapters. I've got an older computer that I can do my testing on with the SCSI drives, and I have the different medias that I'll be able to test these with as well. But $6 a piece, that's not bad. So I love Patrick Nagel art, and I have several of these, and I was able to get 3 from this auction, and he had 5 different ones. I bid on 3 that had the nicer frames, and I paid anywhere from $60 to $88 for the 3. But I love this. If you're not familiar with Patrick Nagel, his art appeared in Playboy magazine, and that's, I think, where he became mostly well known. But really really great art. And the gentleman, because I bought 3 of them, he gave me a Patrick Nagel book that he had that he hadn't listed. Really neat book. So in addition, you always ask, is there anything else? Is there anything else? And he said, yeah, let's walk through the house, point stuff out, and I'll tell you if it's for sale. I saw this up on a shelf, and I thought it might be one of those original Apple computer monitors. It's a Sanyo monitor. And sure enough, it was. We plugged it in, it turned on. He said, I don't know if it really works. You can have it for free. So I didn't pay anything for this. And incredible. You just got to ask. I saw this sitting on a table. I have one that doesn't work, and I know what I paid for my not working one. I paid $10 for this Russian submarine clock, and it's in working condition, and the comps are incredible. They all sell for this amount if they're in working condition and you have a key. So look for those submarine clocks. Crazy. I also saw this stack of books, and they were all the same series. And so I asked about those, and he said his daughter loved those books. I paid $10 for the set. I'll buy books like this if I can get a large set. Most of the comps were just for a few issues here and there. I didn't see a set for sale or sold. So I'll figure out what to do with those, but $10 is good. And then the last item I got at this estate sale in the pickup pile was this Craftsman World Band radio. I love those things. I paid $10. It's in great shape. The battery compartment did have some corrosion in there, but it powers on with the power cord. So I love getting stuff like that. This isn't like super high end like a Sony would have brought, a vintage Sony World Band, but that's it for all of our amazing megaton explosions of thrifting these last couple of weeks. It was such an awesome couple of weeks in thrifting. So thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate you coming to see what I picked up these last couple of weeks. It really was a megaton explosion. We were here and there, online estate sales, in retail arbitrage, thrifting at the Goodwill and other thrift stores. Really fun experience, and I hope this was valuable for you because I work off the value for value model. I give you value, hopefully, and you return that value by watching these videos, liking, subscribing, and sending comments. So I appreciate that. Thanks again, and join me again next time. I might not be on TikTok, but I am enjoying a Talk. And this has my favorite Nata de Coco melon juice. It's going to be great. And little chunky. Really good. Not a sponsor.